Judges ringside, Carlos Ortiz Jr., Matt Rogero, and John Polterage. Your referee for this contest, Eddie Claudio. Introducing first, to my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears black with red. Official weight, 146 1/4 pounds. He has a professional record, 2 wins versus 2 defeats. He has 2 draws and 1 win coming by way of knockout. From Miami, Florida, Jose Segura Torres. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He wears purple with white. Official weight, 146 1/2 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 3 victories, no defeats. He has 1 win coming by way of knockout. From Long Island, New York, Cletus, the Hebrew Hammer, Seldin.
Oh, no, okay. Let's get it going.
Here, take this off.
Can't even take this stuff.
Take off his robe. Okay.
All right, the Colonel Bob Sheridan along here with Rich Murata. Welcome to all our internet viewers on toprank.com. Rich, this could be interesting. Cletus Seldin, known as the Hebrew Hammer, has a big following here from Long Island, and the doors have just opened in Madison Square Garden on our undercard here, leading up to a big night with Nonito Donaire.
Thought it was interesting. Both fighters went out for the referee's instructions, Colonel, and they were wearing their T-shirts.
Yeah, I looked at rich folks and I said, "Hey, are these guys going to take their T-shirts off or what?" Yeah. By the way, our ring announcer tonight, what a set of pipes on him, David Diamante. And that reminds me, Raul El Diamante Marquez is tuned in on TopRank.com to see these fights. And wherever you're watching around the world, we hope that you enjoy our undercard. We have 3 fights for you here, and then we go with our world telecast. A little confusion in the early going. Can't find the mouthpiece of Cletus Seldin, so that's the delay right now.
He was putting on quite a show before the fight. I mean, he was stomping from one side of the ring to the other. He pointed at his opponent, gave the slit your throat gesture, the whole deal.
Undefeated is the Hebrew Hammer. Their height is the same at 5'7", the weight about the same. Jose Torres is 6 years older. He has a half-inch advantage in reach. He's coming off a draw. Is Torres' last time out?
But at 31 with only 4 fights, it's a tough age to get things started in your career.
Yeah, it sure is.
Don't hold him.
Cletus Seldin has a win his last time out in September. He had a 4-round unanimous decision win over Clarence Booth in Hollywood, Florida.
And he's the aggressor here in the early going. He lands a solid right there, and there's a knockdown from it.
No. Eddie Claudio, the referee, says no knockdown. I don't know why. He hit him right in the head.
Looked like it to me.
Yeah, it sure did. But that day, he escapes that. But it looks like the Hebrew Hammer is really putting the pressure on Torres right now. Torres tries to hang on inside. The Hammer hammers him on the inside, and Eddie Claudio separates the 2 fighters.
Might be a pretty good nickname because he has come out hammering away. Very aggressive here in the early going.
He has that jab. I like the way he jabs because he's driving off that back foot, so he's got some nice power with his jab. Technically a pretty good fighter. Then he lets the right hand go, and Torres is able to gobble that one up. Torres from Miami, Florida. Seldin from Long Island. Seldin in the purple trunks with his back to you. In the red and black trunks is Jose Torres.
And Jose looks a little shaken to me. I mean, the referee may have ruled that no knockdown, but he looks a little shaken to me, and his nose is bleeding now out the left nostril.
Yeah, he turned pro in October of '09 with a unanimous decision win over Robert Deutsch in Miami. All his fights had been in Miami, so this is a big thrill for him to come up to New York to fight. Right now he's on the receiving end of a nice combination to the body by Cletus Seldin. The doors have just opened here in the theater at Madison Square Garden, and already the fans are in to see Cletus Seldin.
Well, they got a nice show, and he's bleeding. Torres is pretty profusely now out of the nose. The fans are going to have a good show here to see tonight, and we hope that those of you who are watching wherever you are in the United States or around the world watching on the internet today will be able to watch tonight when we see one of the great pound-for-pound fighters in the world, Nonito Donaire, against Omar Narvaez.
Keep your head up, please.
Yeah, Narvaez is a guy that's coming in here, Rich, undefeated, and he's very, very confident, as we found on the fighter meetings yesterday. He thinks he can handle this young Donaire, but we'll find out. That's what the fight's all about. Donaire, of course, has had huge wins in his career. We'll talk more about that as Cletus Seldin does a real good job of that jab in the nose of Jose Torres. There's about 50 Jose Torreses in BoxRec, you know. That ends round one.
Very rocky round, and it's a rocky walk back to the corner for Torres, but a nice confident walk for Cletus Seldin.
Seldin has Pete Brodsky, Joe Seldin, and Joe Gallatin working in his corner with him. Across the way, Nelson Rodriguez and Elliot Rodriguez work with Jose Torres. Here we go, round number 2 on our internet show. Glad that you can be with us wherever you're watching around the world. We're in the Madison Square Garden Theater here, a beautiful place for boxing where everybody has a wonderful seat. Our principal's in there, Cletus Seldin in the maroon, really giving shots to the head of Jose Torres right now, who's decked out in the black. And Torres looks like he's in trouble here, Rich.
He looks completely overwhelmed from that very opening assault of the Hebrew hammer. He has been in control.
As the blood coming from the nose, as it began with the very stiff jabs in the nose of Torres in the first round, and he's got the blood really flowing here.
And he's bothered by it. He's bothered by it, Bob. He's wiping at it. He's aware of it. He's distracted by it, and you know it's probably causing him pain if that nose is broken too.
No, don't push him down.
Referee Eddie Claudio ruled that Seldin had pushed down Torres in the first round, and that's why he ruled it no knockdown.
Round 2, this is scheduled for 4. Uppercut on the inside by Seldin. Just misses that right hand and whistles past the jaw.
They were asking Torres for more side-to-side movement and kind of a bob and weave, and he said he would do it, but he's been unable to do it. He's just been standing there, backing off, straight up, and it's been easy pickings, really, for Cletus Seldin.
Seldin sets up in front, tries to track down Torres. Torres unleashes a right hand, but he just doesn't look like he has much power at all, which was indicative in his 7th professional fight. He only has 1 knockout. He's got some heart, though, Rich.
Yeah, he's coming back, trying to out-hustle Seldin and trying to keep Seldin busy defending himself.
Seldin catches him with a nice hook in there, and then the hook to the body downstairs. Eddie Claudio doesn't give him a lot of time on the inside to work. He likes the separate big right hand punt. Torres. Torres is ready to go.
Yeah, it's
uppercut.
over.
Counts up to 3 and 4 and 5. I think he'll be able to get up, but whether he'll be able to continue is a different kettle of fish. He takes the 8 count.
He doesn't look real excited about it. He just shook his head. No, I don't really think he really wants to go on.
Yeah, he's got 15 seconds to survive round number 2. Seldin knows it would like to finish him off. Oh, big left hand, and that's it. The fight's all over. Eddie Claudio says, no, that's it. You're not going to take any more punishment here. The big left hook finishes it. Very impressive as Cletus Seldin in his 4th professional fight with his 2nd knockout. Big left hook.
I know he was happy to get that one because after winning his first fight by KO, his last 2 have been by decision. So I know he wanted to come in here and get an opportunity on this card tonight with a lot of people watching around the world to get an opportunity to showcase his punching power, and he certainly did that. Let's take a look at some of the action here as it came to an end. And you see Seldin just completely in control, not missing with too many of these punches, winding up, seeing where Torres' openings were, and there were plenty of them. There's the end of the fight. Left hand finishing off Jose Torres. Boy, that's a booming shot. I think Eddie Claudio could have actually stopped it after the previous knockdown, but he elected to give Torres a chance. And it was certainly Cletus Seldin who took the opportunity there to close out all the chances for Jose Torres. Very good, very impressive performance.
Well, we hope we get to see him again soon. Let's go to our ring announcer. David Diamante is standing by, so let's make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Eddie Claudio calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes and 52 seconds into the 2nd round. Your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Cletus, the Hebrew Hammer Seldin.
So, Rich, an impressive night for the kid.